Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to OG Dota versus CDEC Gaming for the Frankfurt Major 2015. Hello, Danny.
Hello.
How are you? So, today we're not going to be doing a solo cast. We actually got Danny around and we're going to be taking a look at this game. It's actually our second one. I'm not uploading the first one though, because that was kind of a disaster. But Danny, this time we got it. No, we got
I
it.
think it was a disaster too.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's why we practice.
Yeah, very first time casting together. Now this is the second time.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's gonna be a disaster as well, but
Less of
maybe
fun.
a bit less of a
Yeah.
disaster.
Yeah, that's really the point, right? Mild improvements. Maybe not completely awful, but just kind of shit, right? That's what I'm aiming for right now. Let's go ahead and get that done. Anyway,
Okay.
let's go ahead and get into the game. So we have IO and Tiny already coming out for OG, which is actually kind of like a signature thing for them, right? Like they have Notail, who is known for being kind of the best IO player in the world,
Yeah,
probably.
he is one of the best. But the thing is, he's playing carry right now, but it's still really good because he was playing support Wisp before, and he understands the hero. So even if he's not the one playing the Wisp, he knows how to play with a Wisp very well.
But not
And
only
he's
that.
the one playing the Tiny.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Thank you, Danny.
Go.
No, but Note actually used to be the mid player for Fnatic. Before they went to Dota, and back when he was still in the old Fnatic MSI team, Note was a mid player, and he was known as being by far the best mid player. Right, so it's not like Note is not used to playing a core role in a competitive environment. He definitely knows what he's doing there, and that's why I'm also like, you know what, they can definitely make this work, and Tiny IO, I think, is really, like, it's just super strong, right? Like, how do you even beat that? How do you even go up against that?
It is really good.
So, other than that, of course, we have Queen of Pain and Tusk. Queen of Pain is, I believe, still the most picked hero in competitive Dota, which is not too surprising, right? I feel like Queen of Pain is just super safe. You can't really go wrong with her. Interestingly enough, they also have Tusk, which I believe is the second most picked hero in competitive Dota. So, you know, they already got that figured out. Winter Wyvern also coming out for CDEC, and Broodmother last.
Broodmother. Ooh. If Tiny Wisp duo lane mid, Queen of Pain is good against that. She always has the blink. If she gets comboed, no toss avalanche, maybe she won't survive. She's not full HP. But Queen of Pain is one of the best answers to the mid lane Wisp Tiny. Because of the blink.
Yeah, it's hard to kill her, right? Like, usually you can't just catch people, and you're faster than them, of course, with the IO movement speed,
Yeah,
and
you're
then you
much
get
faster.
slowed
You
down,
can't-
and then you get comboed, and all of a sudden you're dead, and you can't turn it around because IO just heals so much. But Queen of Pain, she just jumps away, and it's gonna be fine. Now, the thing about Broodmother, of course, a lot of teams have already been caught out by Broodmother this tournament, right? Where, honestly, they were doing fine, but then suddenly the enemy picks up Broodmother, and then you just lose. Because you
Last pick Broodmother.
yeah.
It's really scary.
Now, CDEC didn't go for the last pick Broodmother. This is
Fourth pick.
second phase Broodmother, which is unusual. Usually she is that last pick, right? She's that hero that, oh, they didn't account for Broodmother. Well, let's take the free win and move on, right? So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Also, I think Broodmother is really not a CDEC hero.
No?
No, CDEC has this very unique style, I think, where they have Aggressive as their carry, and Aggressive just builds a lot of stats, and then they move around a lot. They move as a group of four.
I don't remember seeing them picking Radiant's pick. So they have one last pick on CDEC. They already have the offlane Brood, Queen of Pain mid.
They need an aggressive hero. They don't have that right now.
They need a safe lane carry hero right now.
Yeah.
Safe lane hero that will have a lot of space, most likely, because Broodmother is a hero off lane.
So
that
Gyrocopter
forces
still.
a lot of people to stay there.
Gyrocopter?
Broodmother, you need to stay on your safe lane against Broodmother. Otherwise, you will kill the towers and get your jungle and create a lot of space.
I think CDEC needs to absolutely take Gyrocopter right now, because else OG can't pick him.
Yeah, it's banned. It would be good.
Oh wait, it's banned? Oh, he's banned. I'm sorry, I completely missed that.
But it would be really good, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's for sure.
I'm sorry, excuse me then. A Viper? Wait! So is that like a safe lane Queen of Pain then? Mid Viper,
Still
safe
think
lane
it's a
co-op?
mid lane Queen of Pain.
Safe lane Viper? Who does that? That's really weird to me. Because another thing about CDEC, right, Aggressive, you're gonna hear me talk a lot about that player, by the way. I think Aggressive is the core of CDEC, right? And by that, I don't mean that he plays the core heroes. I think that without Aggressive as a player, CDEC just falls apart. Because the entire style is centered around that player. And I don't think that Viper is a hero for him, because he likes being mobile. He likes having a lot of stats. He likes being very aggressive. Get it? No, but...
I mean, you know more than me for sure, because you said you follow them. I don't know much about CDEC.
But my point is just that I'm very surprised by this draft. I think this is really, really odd, and this is not at all what I expected. And I think that maybe OG may feel the same way, right? Where they are just in a position where it's just, this is not CDEC. This is not how they usually play. This is really, really odd. And I'm interested in seeing how this plays out. Now, OG, they are looking for their safe lane hero, I think.
Alchemist.
An Alchemist. Is that gonna be a mid Alchemist then? No, that's probably a safe lane, alright.
Miracle.
Yeah, Miracle
Alchemist
is, by the way, the one that made the whole Radiance, TP boots, Octarine Commentors style build popular in the West, right? This is the player for it. You talked about it earlier, not during this, but
not when we were casting.
Yeah, not during the cast, but you talked about it earlier how the Chinese players were already doing this for quite a while. Miracle, however, is the one that really made it popular in the West, right? Without him, we wouldn't be playing like this. So this is going to be interesting to see how it works out.
The Alchemist pick is actually really good. They picked the Brute Mother because they saw OG can't really split push. They didn't have a good split push before the Alchemist. The Alchemist with the Radiance, Boots of Travel, Manta is the split push they were looking for.
Yeah.
The Surfshaker doesn't split push very well. Undying is a 5-manning hero, fighting hero. He doesn't split push either. And Tiny Wisp are just going together. So they are like 2 heroes, but it's like 1 hero because they are moving together all the time. So they immediately picked the Brood Mother because they can't split push, but then Alchemist is the split push. This is gonna be an interesting game for sure.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely an interesting game. Not just like based from the picks, I think, though. Just it's also because of the teams, right? Again, this is not something that is common for CDEC. And as you can see, Aggressive is actually playing the Queen of Pain, and we have Shiki on the Viper. Shiki only plays mid, and Aggressive only plays safe lane.
Undying.
Yeah, Fly taking quite a bit of damage here. The Queen of Pain is caught out. She does not have the blink. Keep that in mind. And I think the Queen of Pain will fall. Yeah, there we go with the DK. Fly takes it, and that's the first blood in favor of OG.
And they also get the bounty rune.
And they get the bounty, yes. This is probably more important than the first blood. Getting the bounty rune on Miracle, that's of course 500 gold in his pocket right away. That is so ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. But yeah, so that's huge. Shiki manages to at least sneak in the rune top, but ooh, this
Tiny Wisp are going top lane.
I'm not too surprised by that.
Someone has to clear the army of spiders somehow, and looking at OG's lineup, Tiny is the only one that can do it. Alchemist can drop the acid spray, of course, but Brute Mother is just gonna move the spiders away. But Tiny is the only one that can avalanche, toss, combo, kill the army of spiders.
And another thing about the Viper is really hard to kill, right? Yeah, with the passive, the corrosive skin, like first of all, you don't attack that quickly. Your movement speed is slowed, and he has additional magic resistance. So
actually, we were both so wrong. This is not the mid lane we expected. We were like, oh, it's gonna be Tiny Wisp against mid lane, and this is not it.
Well, may I just point out that I asked the right questions. Is Miracle gonna take the mid? Is the Alchemist mid?
Yeah.
Is maybe Aggressive the safe lane Queen of Pain? You see who gets it. No.
I mean, Aggressive is the carry player.
Yeah, and he, as I mentioned, he only plays safe lane, right? Like, I think CDEC is really one of those teams where you can see based on players who's going into what lane. It doesn't matter what hero they have. It's just Aggressive is in the safe lane and Shiki is in the mid, and that's just how it is. There's no question about that. Now, Viper against Alchemist, I think, is pretty interesting. Because Miracle, of course, is going to be spamming the acid spray. That's what makes Alchemist a solid mid-hero. You just constantly spam the acid spray on every single creep wave. And the enemy can't really do much about it, right?
I think Alchemist has advantage in that lane.
No.
Broodmother died top lane.
Yeah, Broodmother goes down, but we currently have Miracle in a little bit of a sticky situation, but he just gets the bounty rune and it's gonna end up being fine. But yeah, Broodmother going down on the top lane, of course. Pretty big deal, I would say, because like that hero needs to do well, right? What do you think about a Broodmother that doesn't do well during the laning stage? How much use does she have in the rest of the game?
Well, if you get behind, you have to keep in mind that when Broodmother is picked, he's gonna stay on the off lane most of the time, and he can die again now. No, Winter Wyvern doesn't have the Cold Embrace. Winter Wyvern is the one that's gonna die. There's no bottle yet. Can't get mana. No one dies.
He might have been able to do it, I think, with the mana potion, but he didn't want to risk wasting it. So
Tiny bought a bottle, but I'm sure he's gonna give it to Wisp.
Yeah,
Bottle
definitely.
for the Wisp. It's just the Tiny buying it.
well, he's also the one that gets the most out of it, right? So yeah, I'm not. He's definitely gonna get that one to the Wisp. And actually, you see, the Wisp was already walking to like all the way back. He's gonna grab that, and everything's gonna be fine. And actually, at the bottom, we lose Moonman there. Earthshaker going down to aggressive on the Queen of Pain. Garter, of course, helping out a little.
It's really good combo. They have the Ice Shards to block, Snowball to stun, and Queen of Pain has a blink. Earthshaker is a hero that has no escape ability, no blink, no leap, nothing like that. He can only stun, but it doesn't make... Top lane though, Tiny.
Oh,
They are going on him, Undying is behind him, gonna heal. Level 2 Soul Reap.
and now with the
level 1
bottle,
Soul Reap.
yeah, IO is gonna just keep
Yeah,
Notea
it's gonna
safe
heal
here.
the Tiny up.
So, one thing that I always... So this is how I think of Earthshaker, right? And you just let me know if you think I'm right or if I'm completely off with this. Because I'm
Wait,
kind of...
mid lane.
I don't know if they can do
Shiki
this.
is gonna get stunned by the fissure.
Fly is
and
also
then the
incoming. Yeah,
unstable
Shiki is dead.
concoction. And he's dead.
Yeah, but...
Alchemist getting kills on top of the the Grievous Greed bonus gold. Pretty bad.
So one thing about Earthshaker, right? I
Yeah,
always think that Earthshaker is just picked because you really want an Earthshaker. You don't put him into the offlane because he's great at offlaning, because he's not. Earthshaker really just doesn't have like a chance of getting any last hits in the lane, really. Like, you can block the creep wave with the Fissure and keep it back at the tower, so you at least get some experience, but you're not really gonna get farm. You're not really gonna get kills or apply any sort of pressure. You're mostly just there because your team really wanted an Earthshaker and because you can survive in that lane and get some levels.
Yeah, that's right. He can last hit under the tower. I don't see why not. Like, if you block the creeps with Fissure, the lane pushes to your tower.
It can be
now
hard
he's
though, right?
rotating. Right now they completely abandoned the bottom lane because they can't do anything there. Look at the Earthshaker, he's top lane right now.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised by that. The Queen of Pain, of course, like, a hero that is that powerful is just gonna run over an Earthshaker. So the poor little guy is just giving up on it. So, the interesting thing, of course, is to see when CDEC is gonna make use of that Queen of Pain. The thing about CDEC is they really like grouping up, right? They really like playing the Chinese 5-man Dota style that was introduced by Newbie. They have like a little bit of a variation on it, as in they rely a lot on aggressive, right? They really just play to enable him. But other than that, it's a lot of death balling, mostly. But it's an interesting variation on it, I guess. Now,
Oh, the Queen of Pain offers 2 good nukes for the Alchemist. That's how you want to kill the Alchemist, with good nukes. He has the Scream of Pain and Sonic Wave. If you try to kill Alchemist slowly with auto attacks or damage over time spells, that's not gonna happen because his ultimate regens times more damage than you deal to him. He has to be killed by nukes, and that's what Queen of Pain offers. Really good nukes.
oh,
top right
Note?
now, that's
He's gonna
Sonic
take a
Wave.
lot of damage here. No, actually,
Sonic
he's...
Wave is gonna be used on the top lane.
Well, no,
Baumi
it
on
hasn't been used. Danny?
Well, he TP top, so he's looking to use it.
Well, he hasn't used it yet, though. And Danny.
And Earthshaker TP's bottom immediately
Danny.
to try to get some experience.
Danny, let me get a word in. I'm trying to speak too, Danny.
No, you can't speak. It's only me speaking.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's awkward, man. It doesn't work,
Yeah,
man.
sure. Sorry, go ahead.
We have a Metal Yor coming out on the Alchemist. What do you think of that?
That's minus armor, but that the early medallion helps approaching faster.
You don't sound too convinced.
Yeah, because I don't know why wouldn't he go for the radiance first.
Okay.
What happened bottom? Hit bottom and then he died.
Well, he just got picked off. I mean, it's really not that not that
It's
surprising.
just really hard for the Earthshaker to find any experience and farm in this.
Yeah, that's always the downside of an Earthshaker, right? The hero is amazing. Earthshaker is so cool. He brings so much to a team. It's just hard to lane him, right? Like, as long as you get him past the laning stage, he becomes a powerhouse. But early on, yeah, he can set up some kills, but other than that, he just doesn't really bring much to the table. So it's gonna be kind of awkward for him, I suppose. Now, one thing I think is interesting about the Medallion of Courage is that any sort of percentage-based mana region works really well with Alchemist, because like the flat mana region you get from Chemical Rage actually gets amplified, right?
Bottom lane, double damage on aggressive. Relocate Tiny.
Yeah, down he goes though.
Instead of killing Undying, they lose the Quap. That was really well done. I would call that a bait by Undying.
Well, either that or it was a great reaction. But either way, the IO Tiny combo, of course, like we can already see it coming out, and this is gonna be a big factor in this game, right? I feel like Tiny overall is just such a fantastic pick for OG here, which I think is odd, right? Because they did first pick him. Tiny IO were the first two picks for OG, and
Earthshaker bottom died again.
God, I keep missing these kills. I'm so sorry. I should just... Can I change my camera to... Yes! I have somebody else doing the camera for me. That is so cool. Danny, change the camera to English audio.
Oh yeah, I can change it to the casters.
Oh, let's do it that way. No, I can't fuck up anymore.
Yeah, you can watch the minimap. And if you see two heroes together, you can assume that they are fighting.
Danny, trust me, I'm trying very hard.
Yeah, but you're speaking a lot more than me, so that's okay.
Am I though? Oh well. So Miracle, by the way, finishes up the Solar Crest.
Solar Crest.
This is really interesting. This actually reminds me of something I was doing a little while back. When Alchemist first got the like huge buffs, what I like to do is I played him in the mid lane, and I bought a lot of support items on Alchemist, right? So I went for like Mecha, and Solar Crest, and Force Staff, and Yours. Yeah, the idea there is that Alchemist's abilities, honestly, they don't fit on a carry now, do they? Right? Think about what part of Alchemist really is like a carry ability. The only thing he has going for him is the lower base attack time from the ultimate, right? Other than that, everything Alchemist has could just as well be placed on a support, because the acid spray affects enemy heroes no matter what. Right, like I put acid spray on you, now I don't need to hit you, my Tiny can hit you. I don't need to do that, somebody else can, because the minus armor affects you either way, right? This stun is a very high risk, high reward kind of ability, which is really not that fitting for like your position 1 right click carry. Because what if you get silenced, what if you get locked down and then you blow yourself up? That's all really, really awkward.
On yourself, it's
disaster. But if you are just a support, then it's just not that big of a deal, alright.
Oh, bottom lane, relocate.
Tiny. Yeah. Oh, they're going in on this one. Q gonna be locked down and just instantly picked off. No, they're just trolling. Oh man.
Wait, what happened?
No-Tail is a beautiful flower. That's what happened. Crit gonna be murdered.
And he died. Top lane. I mean, sorry, it's crit on the IO.
Yeah.
When I see Wisp, I think of No-Tail for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason. That's because he was like the #1 player for that hero for quite a while, and he may still be. But anyway, my point was this, right? Alchemist as long if you just disregard the attack speed bonus from the ultimate, then he doesn't really have any carry abilities. But he's a really difficult to kill support.
Tiny gets tossed back.
Oh right, Shiki.
Undying.
Shiki's actually super tanky with the mecha and everything.
Yeah,
Garda
very.
also incoming. And they might not be able to pull this. No, Shiki. No, actually, the Viper is still alive. DK.
One more. Yeah.
There we go.
Undying gets it.
Fly gonna take that one. And OG is very aggressive right now. They're using that IO to the fullest extent. The
They
Tiny,
are
of course.
aggressive. And I thought CDEC is gonna be aggressive.
Well, CDEC right now, I think, is mostly looking to farm up, right? They want to get, like, a few core items. They want to make sure their heroes are at the power level they want them to be at, and then they're gonna start roaming around. But the problem with that is just they have this Broodmother, right? And this is why I'm surprised that they picked that hero, because I don't feel like Broodmother really fits into their style of draft, into that, like, team-orientated playstyle, because Broodmother is just not a team-orientated hero. She likes to be on her own. Yeah, like Broodmother is the kind of hero where you just assign her a lane and then she just stays there for the rest of the game. And that doesn't work that well if you're looking to teamfight.
Dagger.
Oh man. That wasn't even a Blink Dagger, that was just No-Tail running in.
Another kill.
Wait, does the Alchemist have a Blink Dagger?
Yeah, he just bought one.
That is a support Alchemist, man.
This...
Look at
Can
that.
you see the net worth?
Yeah.
Look how big the difference is.
But think...
Classic Alchemist.
That is such a... Now think about how scary that hero is though, right?
Yeah.
How are you gonna kill that? How are you killing the Alchemist?
Sitting next to the Brute Invisible, he has no dust to kill him. Maybe... Oh, Wisp is going down bottom lane.
No, they're gonna TP out just fine.
Aggressive play. Gonna be defending this tower. Looking for someone to TP. Like, right now OG has to TP in. Earthshaker is TPing in. Has no dust. He can stun, but it's not enough. They need a dust. Wisp has a dust, but relocate is on cooldown. He can't relocate after he respawns. Oh, the spider gold.
Yeah, that's Centaur coming in big time. That was like 200 gold just because the Centaur stunned those spiders. And no follow-up on that catapult toss.
I really thought Alchemist would go for the Radiance Manta style build because they need the split push. But the Blink Dagger Solar Crest is pretty good build as well. The minus armor from Acid Spray and Solar Crest means that you get more damage from the stun because it's physical.
Do you think he's still gonna go for a Radiance anyway? It's not too late,
I
right?
don't know. It's... You don't get it as a first item. I don't know if it's worth it.
Oh, we're gonna see the stun charged up.
Oh,
And he's gonna go in on
again.
Shiki.
Yep.
All of the armor already removed and the Viper will
Everything
fall.
on Shiki and dead.
You can even see the TP. It was started and then quickly cancelled. There's no point. There's no way. So they lose the Viper. And we have the Winter Wyvern trying to annoy them a little, but he is definitely not defending.
This is basically 5-manning.
Yeah,
When I
but
saw the Undying is a hero that wants to 5-man a lot.
yeah, but
And since Tiny and Wisp are moving together like one hero, then the Undying as well. This is 5-man. So Miracle is not going for the Radiance build, that means not so great split push. They just want a 5-man and fight. While CDEC, the Brute Mother is doing really well.
oh, we got the IO frozen and just taken down really quickly. Aggressive,
picked up a
maybe
little bit.
looking at Fly, but I don't think they're getting him. No.
No, Snowball is on cooldown, nothing can. Queen of Pain almost has an Orchid finished. Orchid that Wisp and silence him. Pretty good. Also, sorry, Orchid on the Alchemist when he's channeling the stun, so he stuns himself. That's also really good.
Yeah.
Just the best item here, and adds a lot to Queen of Pain's right click. She already has good magic damage, Scream of Pain, and pure damage Sonic Wave, so Orchid adds to the right click. So she has both right click and magical
1
damage.
second, Danny. Shiki is gonna
Yeah.
be bursted down in the mid lane. They may be looking for more though. No-Tail charging down the tier 1. They're looking for Q. Tries to turn it around though. Crit taking quite a bit of damage there, but the blink up top. Yeah, there we go. Okay. A little tricky with the trees in a way, but Io ends up being fine, and the Winter Wyvern taken down by an avalanche. So the mid
They
tower
are
is gonna
just
be next in
ignoring
line.
the Brood Mother. Are you noticing how they say, we don't care that you have a Brood Mother?
Yeah, and the Broodmother isn't getting anything done.
This
Right?
is...
She got the tier 2 up top. That's great and everything, but so what? Alright? That's not gonna win you fights.
I think even if Brood destroys top racks, her team is getting wrecked very hard. It doesn't make any difference. And Brood Mother is just a hero that stays top lane. Basically, if you have Brood, it's gonna be... Oh, Undying is just so dead.
Now, Broodmother got an Orchid though. I like that a lot.
Orchid, yeah.
I think the Broodmother needs to build some sort of fighting style here. Because she can't just do split pushing forever. Since they have too many heroes that just clear out the creep wave. Right, they have the Alchemist that just goes in, puts down an acid spray. They have the Tiny, of course, who can just burst it down, no problem. So she can't just sit top forever and farm up. And you can see it now, right? CDEC is grouping up. They have a smoke coming out. And they're looking for a kill.
The Orchid on Brood is so... If anyone tries to split push or counter push...
Oh, miracle!
Alchemist gets silenced.
Silenced and burst down.
Ultimate is on cooldown anyway, but still, silence. That's the good part of it. Very good pick off there. Nobody is pushing bottom. They knew someone from OG is gonna be farming that one camp.
Oh yeah,
and they
definitely.
just kill him. And they were lucky that it's an Alchemist. It's a big kill. How much gold was that? 400 for Winter Wyvern? A big kill. The difference in team net worth is only 2000 advantage for OG. It's not so big difference.
And most of that is on the Alchemist. Which I always feel like Alchemist is the kind of hero where you kind of... That doesn't really count, right? Like, Alchemist having 2 grand more than you. Well, yeah, but... I mean, come on. It's Alchemist.
He's supposed to. You're already assuming that.
Yeah. If Alchemist isn't ahead, then he is behind.
Blink away on No Tail. Aggressive blinks in. Very aggressively.
And he's
5
dead.
people and he just gets...
No, they're frozen up. They're gonna take the tombstone down immediately.
Relocate. That was a relocate back to base. And Tiny TP's back to the lane immediately.
We got a buyback, by the way, from the Queen of Pain. She's trying to get here as soon as possible. Miracle now in the fight. Now, that's the problem, right? The Alchemist doesn't really add any damage. So, yeah, it's a little tricky like that. Io and Alchemist are trying to chase people down right now. It's not gonna happen, though. Aggressive is back. And they lose to Io. Shiki might be next in line, but no. Note, he's just running and gets silenced up, though. In the meantime, in the background, we got the Winter Wyvern locked down. He's gonna be murdered by Fly, and Miracle just caught between a whole bunch of heroes. And Aggressive and Shiki managed to take down No-Tail, though. So, overall, I think that's still in favor of OG, though.
That was a monster kill. For the Queen of Pain, so the buyback is totally worth it, I guess.
Really?
He got 800 gold from the No-Tail kill.
Yeah, but she still bought back and died beforehand, right? So she didn't make any money.
It was a not bad buyback because died before using the ultimate, and the Sonic Wave is a big spell. You definitely want to use it in a team fight.
Yeah, that's true.
So he just buys back so he can use his spells. Get the kill on Tiny. It was...
Alright, sure. So, by the way...
Oh, there's a blink on the Earthshaker now. Earthshaker with blink. If Brood Mother has a very big army of spiders pushing a tower, Earthshaker can blink in and Echo Slam. Pretty much you can solo kill the Brood with Earthshaker. It's only level 1 Echo Slam though. Brood Mother is like level 12. And Brood Mother is going BKB next item. He has the Ogre Club already. OG though, smoking on the bottom lane. They will be going Roche, or they looking for a pickoff and then Roche. You can see CDEC is pinging Roche and sending spiders. No, this is definitely not Roche. They are looking for someone to kill.
Yeah, and you can see that CDEC, they know. They know.
Yeah,
They're falling back. All running away from this. Except for the Broodmother, of course. She's just sitting in the jungle still.
Alchemist is pinging Spider like, oh, hello. You know I'm here. Okay, tipping back. Not gonna even attempt to do Roche. They try to go for Roche. It's pretty... Can't just go Roche like that. Winter Wyvern's ultimate. Of Pain's ultimate. Scary for a team fight. Very good team fight spells. That's what you need when you have Brute Mother. You need good 4-man like team fight, because Brute Mother is not gonna be joining unless they are fighting with him under the webs. If they fight on the part of the map where Brute Mother has webs, that's what CDEC wants.
You know, one thing I think is interesting is that the Viper actually grabbed Hand of Midas.
Yeah.
After
And
Brutes, after a whole bunch of stat items, he just, you know, build them a Hand of Midas. So
the mech is... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, so it seems to me like CDEC is trying to, you know, they're aware of the fact that currently nobody really has any money, right? If you take a look at this net worth graph, this is pretty even for a lot of heroes, but none of them really got that much, right? Nobody is rich in this game, except for... actually, no, the Alchemist doesn't have shit. No! Alchemist just bought an Aghanim's!
Oh yeah, he is...
He put an
Who is he
Aghanim's
giving
on
it?
the Tiny. It's already on the Tiny.
The Tiny.
Yeah, that's huge.
And Tiny is going Butterfly.
That,
Eagle Song?
that
That's
is
a
the
butterfly.
best thing you can do, by the way. That is so powerful. Tiny is, in my opinion, like the strongest carry in the game if you don't have to buy an Aghanim's because you're given to it. It has been given to you by Alchemist, because that's usually what holds him back, right? Like he needs to he only has 5 inventory spots because one of them needs to be filled with this shitty item that doesn't do anything. But now he doesn't have that
I
restriction
heard
anymore.
someone saying that somewhere. I think it was you, but I don't know.
Maybe it was me. I've said that before. But
Some video or something.
Tiny can be insane if you actually let him get 6 slotted, right?
Getting
And
Roche.
they're going for Roshan right now.
Minus
And all of the
armor from
minus
acid
armor, yeah.
spray and medallion.
They know, but I don't think they can prevent it. It's just going down too quickly, and it seems that CDEC seems to agree. They'll just let them have it.
I'm wondering, gave the Aghanims to Undying instead. That 10 strength steal is insane. But then again, Tiny, like, not having to buy it is so big.
Yeah, I think it's still better to give it to the Tiny, just because the Tiny has so much more money than the
Yeah,
Undying.
it's for sure much better, but I was just wondering.
He could still do it, right? Like, I don't think that's a bad idea at all. I feel Miracle could definitely decide to build another Aghanims and pass that one on to the Undying, but at that point, the Alchemist is really far behind, right? He's gonna be struggling a lot. So that's interesting. But as I was saying, right, I feel like nobody in this game really has any money, except for No Tail now, but that's cheated because Alchemist. And overall, it's just everybody's kind of poor. And so the Hand of Midas coming out, I think that kind of shows me that CDEC seems to at least somewhat agree and think, okay, you know what, we'll just go ahead and get this item that gives me secure farm. We have been fighting a lot, which gives me no time to just hit creeps, right? So we'll just get the Hand of Midas, that's gonna give me money, and then we'll hopefully be able to recover with that. But currently, it's looking a little grim. Like, having the Tiny with the 3 Aghanims really scares me for CDEC's chances.
And the first item, Butterfly, I'm not so sure if that's the item, but you know, Warlord's Punch. Oh, it can't miss. Can't miss the punch.
No, you can't miss the punch.
But Queen of Pain is like more of nukes, Scream of Pain and Sonic Wave. And they like, who has a right click on CDEC? Viper, but it's not so strong right click. Maybe Brute Mother.
No, Queen of Pain definitely right clicks a lot. A lot of her damage is definitely right clicks, but
Yeah, but it's still not very big right click damage.
yeah, and you don't. I feel like Queen of Pain is the kind of hero where you don't want to buy an MKB, right? It's really not the goal here.
It's pretty good. I think a lot of Queen of Pains buy BKB.
Because they are forced into it. Like, they would much rather prefer other items like a Sheepstick or an Assault Cuirass or something of the sort.
Assault Cuirass became very good.
It's super good. I love that item on Queen of Pain. I think that would be a great choice here too, but right now, again, she just doesn't have that much money, right? She doesn't even have the BKB done yet. And it's really not that late, right? I feel like at 26 minutes, you could expect the Queen of Pain to have...
blocked. He's blocked right now by the Ice Shards.
Yeah, and silenced up too.
Are you sure? They can't kill him.
No, he's too big. Too scary. And the thing is, even if they could, I think they could have, right? But then they commit a lot to an Aegis kill, which is just not a great idea. Shiki
Relocating top on the Tiny.
is gonna be caught.
Viper.
And actually he tries to turn it around on crit. The IO taking a lot of damage. He's gonna go down. Nice.
1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, I like that. That's great awareness, right? A lot of people would have panicked right there. Just tried to run away, but no.
Yeah.
Shiki knows I'm dead. Right? There's no way I'm getting out. So let's just try to kill the IO. At least we can get something that way.
Got 400 gold from killing the IO, and then he lost 500. So it's kinda good for him. Okay.
No, not too bad. Definitely not too bad.
Not
Of course,
too bad.
Tiny getting more money is always a problem, but at this point it's hard to prevent that.
When you are getting relocate ganked by Wisp Tiny, you know you can't TP out because Tiny has a stun. If you get relocated ganked by Wisp Ursa, well, you can just TP out because they have no stuns. Okay, Tiny.
Oh, Nota is going
getting
down.
bursted.
Actually, he's still no,
And
Nota
he
is
still
dead.
has the Aegis.
Oh, but see that? Look at that. The aggressive BKB coming up. Oh, nice blink!
Oh, he blinks in.
He's going in on this, but that was maybe just a little bit too balls to the wall. He's frozen up, taking a lot of damage here, though he gets protected by his team. The Broodmother is sitting on top of Notail, and now there he goes. Tiny gets a kill on the Broodmother.
The Wisp is here now, is gonna kill
Look
Tiny.
at Miracle. He's just going in. He's trying to body block up Shiki. He
Going
gets
in.
slowed down. We got Moon around as well, and there
Lost-
goes the
lost
Viper.
Fisher. Yeah. The Wisp was not in the fight yet when the fight started. He came later, but they still couldn't kill the Tiny. He's so tanky right
Yeah,
now.
he's just so big.
This butterfly is like totally worth it now. Now it makes sense, I guess.
God, I feel so happy right now. Danny,
Because OG is winning.
no. Well,
Because
that
Tiny is winning.
not even that. Danny, this is my fucking strategy.
Oh yeah.
the tiny with the alchemist and the alchemist building support items is just sharing shit to the tiny. I did that
That's
like
a moon shard now.
I
Look at
did
the
that
attack
like 2
speed.
months ago.
They're so good.
I know, thank you. No, that makes me so happy. I love seeing something like that. It always like reassures me that I actually know a little bit about this game. But this is just so problematic, right? Like the tiny is just not dying. And what do? He puts out too much damage now with the moonshot. The moonshot is basically a permanent mask of madness.
If Tiny gets the opportunity to hit barracks, you can close your eyes for 2 seconds and then open them and the rocks will be gone.
Danny, 2 seconds? That's a long ass time. This is not gonna take him 2 seconds. This is just a
moon
problem.
shard, butterfly.
Look at that, actually, please.
Overcharge from Wisp. You know how much attack speed is that?
You know
Rocks
what
will
my
be
dream is
gone.
right now? I want No-Tail to get a Mask of Madness. He already got the lifesteal. He got a
That
Morbid Mask.
Mask of Madness?
No, he's got a Morbid
Helm
Mask.
of the Dominator, like more.
That's not what it's about. It's about having a tiny that hits with 500 attack speed. That's what it's about. I need this in my life right now. That would be so cool.
I'm pretty sure it's satanic.
It's probably satanic. That makes a lot more sense, but... Well, actually, what's on the courier?
What's on the career?
I want to see what's on the courier.
Yeah, Helm of
Oh, that's so
Iron Will.
disappointing.
disappointing.
That would have been so cool, man. Come on, Mask of Madness would have been cool. Like, just see a tiny go crazy on everybody. I guess it would be a bad idea, because, like,
But he
again...
doesn't have a BKB.
Yeah,
and they
the-
won't just let them hit. Oh my, what? Linked on top of the root. If they had a gem there, they have a gem? No.
No. By the way, we got a Vladimir's now done on the Alchemist. So he's sticking to that build. He's just sharing items across... Note, really now? Look at what creep he dominated. Seriously? No, he took the tiny wolf. He didn't take the big wolf.
Yeah, exactly, the small one. That's,
Why?
he's gonna look. He's letting it die to the creeps. Like, I don't want you.
Okay, we'll just forget about that.
I didn't see. Was it a misclick or there wasn't a big?
I don't know. I think it was
Oh, okay.
that there wasn't a big creep because I didn't see the big creep.
They
corpse.
going right into the Broodmother. Oh my god!
You know what I just learned?
What just happened? He died in like 1 second.
That is really cool. But I'm also happy that the observer that I'm using, because I'm not doing the camera myself, is almost as bad at doing the camera as I am.
Really? Is he missing kills?
He just missed that one. Oh
That
man.
means I'm the best observer ever.
I should just use your camera. How do I do that?
You can't.
I know.
It's not available.
That's really sad. That would be awesome.
They should get me to work as observer.
Okay, I'll do the casting. You do the observer.
That somehow?
I don't know. I don't know. Alright, so we got Earthshaker, by the way. Now,
Yeah.
of course, he had his Blink Dagger for a little while, picking up a Yules.
Demon Winter Wyvern.
Alchemist, by the way, I think this is why we see a Moonshard on a Tiny as opposed to an Assault Cuirass, because the Alchemist is going for the Assault Cuirass. Which does make sense. Right, that seems pretty reasonable.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They need it in their team.
Yeah, it's very odd that a Tiny would go for a Moonshard over an Assault Cuirass, right? That's not an item build I would recommend, unless somebody else is getting that Assault Cuirass, right? In that case, alright, go for it. And I think we're gonna see that. Yeah, actually, there we go. Miracle already has it.
Roche. They doing Roche now.
Think about
thing
how
with
hard
this-
it is to kill that Alchemist, by the way.
Alchemist?
Mm.
That's not their biggest problem.
Yeah, but you can't kill him. You can't kill the Alchemist. You can't kill the Tiny. Who
This
do you kill?
Tiny is just Roche. Roche died in like 5 seconds.
Oh, the poor little guy. Oh, he finally found an Alpha Wolf, by the way.
Alchemist is the biggest problem for CDEC. This Tiny is insane. This is probably like the best Tiny I have watched.
Definitely the
best
most
Tiny
farm
game.
Tiny.
Best Tiny game.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Alchemist gave him an Aghanims.
Oh, that hurts so bad. Look at the towers, they just vanish.
How do they kill him? He has an Aegis, and they have to make it quick. Like, if you let the Tiny hit Rax, he's gonna kill them. And they use the glyph now.
They are not killing
He
him.
gets silenced.
Do you know how they're gonna kill him? They won't.
Can't.
They won't.
can't.
It's just not happening. He's going
Look at
in
the
right
tower.
here. It just vanishes.
Yeah. 3000 HP.
Satanic now down on the Tiny. He just started with the lifesteal and he already has the Satanic.
They are hitting him, but he's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I
He's
just
ready
want
to
your
die for
tower.
this. He's fine with that.
Oh my
Just a
God.
few swings and he's already halfway up to full HP. Oh my god, they went on the IO, but they couldn't do it. The Glimmer Cape keeps him alive. Now we got the Winter's Curse coming out on Moon, but he's just fine. Miracle doesn't deal any damage. Shiki caught out. Shiki is dead. Shiki goes down. The Queen of Pain is also dead. Q gonna be next.
They can't.
They can't. This is it.
Can't kill the Alchemist. The Tiny.
No, they can't kill the Alchemist either. They couldn't even kill the IO.
They can't kill anyone. This is just so well protected. And they call the GG.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Look at that.
This-
Note just dives to Vel and tanks it. He doesn't care.
This is a very fed, very farmed, very fat, Tiny.
That's
That's
a...
very well protected by his teammates at the same time.
Man, that guy's not just fat and farmed and protected. Holy shit, dude. Gotta go on a diet
Can't-
after that one.
That's unstoppable.
Yeah,
400 last hits.
that's
And
crazy.
everyone else, look at the last hits of CDEC and then look at OG. They have all the farm on no tail. They have everything on no tail.
But I think like that's actually just a difference in styles, right? CDEC will spread the farm out a lot more than other
Yeah.
teams would. Which I usually like. It just didn't work this game. And honestly, I think like a big
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of that, their draft just didn't work. I don't know what they were thinking picking up the Brood Mother after like Tiny IO had already been picked. This is just
And
weird.
they just couldn't stop. The Tiny is just unstoppable.
Yeah, that was odd. But either way, great game from OG, and I think
Yeah.
that's
So
it for game
OG,
one.
Game 1 goes to OG. This is a best of 3.
Yes.
Remember that nothing is decided yet. On the game 1, best of 3.
Let's go. Game 2.
So